Hey guys, welcome to my Facebook video challenge day number 30. So here we are. I made it to the end. 30 days of doing a video update each day. So I'm going to cover off what my experience was through the 30 days. Just bear with me a sec. I'm just going to close the door. So 30 days. So first of all, I didn't actually complete the challenge. So I've made it to 30 days, but I didn't actually make 30 videos. I missed 3 days. And yeah, it was interesting missing those days. I didn't enjoy it. One of the days I just straight out forgot. I can't remember what happened on the other days, but I really was like, I'm not going to let that stop me from keep going. I'm not going to see it as a failure. I'm just going to keep working through. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about what I learned throughout the 30 days. First of all was something I noticed, which I didn't know, was I actually put things off to the very last minute. So if you see, most of my videos are done between the hours of 11 p.m. and midnight. So you can see I've had all day to do the task, and then I'm waiting for that very last minute. So the take-home point from this is set a deadline. If you want to get something done, set a deadline that's non-negotiable and bring that deadline really close. So there's no procrastination time in there. You can just think that you got to get it done, boom, pull the trigger on it, do it. That's the thing that I really pulled out of this. I could have done it at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. Instead, I was waiting till 11 at night. Not a good thing. So that's going to lead me on to the next thing that I really thought throughout this 30 days. So basically, before I shot this video, I kind of sat and reflected on what I noticed. And what I really thought about was that, you know, this 30 days has gone really fast. The first couple of days, I was thinking about each day, what am I going to say? What am I going to do on the video? After a while, I wasn't really worried about that. I just would do one take, get it out there, and just not even watch it back. So yeah, I was saying the time went really quickly. And what that made me realize is that was a month that just kind of seamlessly disappeared. And you know, the punchline that I've taken from this is that procrastination can rob you of your dreams. If you just sit around and wait for the right time to do something, it's just not going to happen for you. You need to actually take some action and get it started and get it out there. So, you know, it's crazy to think that if I put all the minutes of these videos together over 30 days, you know, there's more than an hour worth of footage that I've created, an hour worth of content. And I know it wasn't all fantastic or mind-blowing, or groundbreaking, but it's just amazing, the idea of that there's over an hour's worth of content of me sitting here chatting with you guys out now on the internet for the world to watch. And so what I'm saying is that by getting started and taking action, it's just, even in little bits, is going to accumulate over time and get you closer to where you want to be. So that's what I noticed about that. The other thing that I noticed was on about day 10 or 11, I bought a whiteboard and I've been keeping it in my house. So I'll just give you a quick look at it. So it's out here, and I've got different areas with different things written on it. And what's amazing to me is, so I have the board broken up into different areas of my life. So I have one for different studies that I'm doing, one for modifications that I'm doing for my car, other things that I'm looking to buy, personal items, clothes and watches and whatnot. And then I've got like a bit of a to-do list. And then each weekend I've also made a list of things I want to achieve for the weekend. And what was amazing to me was how much stuff I was rubbing off of this board. And that was that really shocked me, because some of these things were quite big. And over just a 30-day period, I've got it's an old shirt, but I've got a shirt there that I've been rubbing it off with, and I'm constantly adding to this board and constantly rubbing things off. And this is my vision. So these are my thoughts put out onto the board. And over a month, I'm just shocked by how much has been done from there. And the other thing I found really powerful is just having it there has really helped me keep focus on what I'm trying to do. So times when I get home and I'm just sitting and wondering, if I'm just not really in flow of what I'm doing in that moment, I can just look up there and see. It's like seeing my brain on a board. It's got two sides, by the way, so I can flip it around and I can just see everything that I'm trying to do. And I found that really powerful to keep focused on, like, what's the end game? What am I actually working towards? What are some of the bigger things that I'm trying to achieve? And then being able to rub them off is brilliant, because these big things that I'm rubbing off, and it feels so exciting to get it out there. And the metaphor that I've used for this board is that when something goes on there and I get to take it off and I've achieved it, that's making room for something else to come into my life. That's more time that I've got. That's more focus that I've got to be able to deliver to whatever it is that I'm putting up there. So what I put up there, I actually take quite seriously, in that that's going to be part of my life. That's part of my vision, and that's what I'm working towards going forward. So yeah, for me, getting this whiteboard I've been thinking about it for like 6 months or a year. I've spoken about getting one, and I've always found a reason not to get it. Like, I think it was about $100. So I was like, it's $100. I'll just write it down on paper. And the paper just doesn't work, because they get lost, they get scrunched up, and it's just not inspiring just having a stack of paper opposed to having this big board up in front of you that has everything mapped out right there and then. And I finally just thought, after my time I spent with Jack Murray up at his beach house in Bundeena. This guy's got whiteboards all over the place. I was like, nah, this is awesome. We were able to work through something on there really easily, and I just knew straight away I had to get one. So yeah, I highly recommend this whiteboard thing. Just get it, write it, and it actually feels creative being out there with the pen, writing, standing back, reflecting, rubbing it out, and you can really for me, seeing that visually out there is just is awesome. What else am I going to talk about? Something that I found very interesting whilst making these videos was the amount of people that would send me private messages about whatever I was talking about. So quite often, when I put up a video, it shows how many people are watching it. It shows the views on the bottom. It shows how many people are liking it, and that I get a few comments here and there. But what was really overwhelming is the amount of people that they wouldn't comment, they wouldn't like the video, but they would send me a private message saying, "Hey, I really like what you're doing. This is really inspiring me. Keep up the good work. I couldn't do this," or whatever these encouraging words were. And that really made me realize that if you're doing something and you're putting it out there, people are seeing it whether you know it or not. They're out there and they're consuming. So that really took me by surprise. The amount of people that I got, especially in the first half of the challenge, different people, some of them I hadn't heard from in 5-10 years, just popping up, "Hey, I'm seeing this, loving it, whatever." And I think the take-home message from that is you don't really know the impact that you're having on people or in the world just based on the feedback of what you see. So that's something I took there. I'm going to move on to some shout-outs. So throughout this challenge, there's a few people that I really want to shout out to who've really helped me out in the last month, 2 months. First of all, Jack Murray. This guy is straight up champion. I'm getting notifications come up from Facebook. So I'm talking about Jack. I came in contact with Jack last year, clicked pretty much straight away. I felt we did anyways, and just being connected with this guy has been awesome. So he's one that initially who I was inspired by to do this challenge.